Welcome to the first episode of Zombie Blaster Towels. Oh my. My name is Dee.
I'm Trisha.
And we are here to just talk about different fandoms in the nerd universe, such as Star Wars, which is my all-time favorite.
I'm kind of into a lot of things. I love a lot of the British shows like Doctor Who, Downton Abbey, the original British coupling. Usually if it says Masterpiece anything, I'll watch it.
And she has slowly turned me on into the whole British
Whoverse.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll also be talking about the different comic universe, DC, Marvel, a lot of movies.
There's a lot of comic and nerd inspired movies coming out.
And we'll also be talking, we'll throw in Back to the Future, Harry Potter.
A little bit of everything that we like, because even if you like a certain fandom, you're usually you're not just a one thing geek, you're usually into a lot of things.
It's kind of a lifestyle.
It is. It really is.
If you like one, you generally like another 50.
Right.
And like I said, it can range from anything from like superheroes to sci-fi to British to
fantasy.
Yeah. So we're first going to talk off this episode about Back to the Future the musical. It has been announced for about a month now. A lot of things are going into it. It is going to be premiering in London in 2015, so next year, which gives them time to come up with all the greatness. They have confirmed that
Huey Lewis and the News
will be part of it.
I kind of like Louis Lewis.
Yeah, I kind of did too, but that's not how it is.
No.
He'll be part of it. Same with some of the creative.
Like Robert Zemeckis. Yep, he's linked to be one of the writers on it, which would be amazing because he helped create the original.
And it always helps when originals are involved in newer stuff. And then we also heard that they have confirmed that the song Power of Love, awesome, like rock ballad, and Johnny Be Good will be part of the musical, which you can't have Back to the Future without those two songs.
You have to have Johnny Be Good. Like, there's no way around it. It has to be Johnny Be Good at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Yes.
And that brings George and Lorraine together.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
It's almost like it's based around that song.
Right.
So hearing that those two songs are going to be involved, it led us to come up with our own songs and scenes.
It won't be complete without
involved in the musical, just because there's such big staples in the movies. You gotta translate it to the musical to get the cult following like you have with the originals.
Exactly.
So one of the songs that we have to have in there, kind of character songs. Yeah. One of them being for Doc, which would be called Great Scots.
Yeah. Also, Marty has to have a song called That's Heavy, probably right when he gets into 1955.
Yes.
The principal has to have a song about slackers.
And then there would be some sort of, how would we describe it? For Biff and his gang.
Yeah, like a kick-ass, like rock out something, and you can't have a gang in a musical without some kind of dance.
So there needs to be some jazz or tap. Tap would be awesome.
Tap would
be like battle. George and Marty.
And Biff, the whole song has to include remnants of Biff getting phrases messed up.
Because that's classic Biff.
It is. It is. You love him because he's so dumb. He's so dumb.
But it's okay. We still love you, Biff.
We do.
Another song that would have to be in there, it'd be a kind of creepy and awkward song, would be a song from Lorraine professing her love to Calvin Klein, aka Marty, aka
her son.
Yeah, her future son.
Yep.
it would be her singing her love and him kind of awkwardly trying to get away, going, "You're my mom." This is slightly weird.
It would either be that in the car at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, or at some point, like in her room, she's singing off to him.
Yes, because
it's just that extra level of creep. Yeah.
But it's part of the story. Like, she needs to go through this Marty Calvin Klein phase to get to George.
Yeah.
Another song would have to be kind of the scene where George is bird watching Lorraine. Kind of his singing about his love for birds.
And how they take off their clothes in the window, probably.
Something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. There would probably be a big number with Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan. And that will probably be a huge number, all leading up to George then finally saying, "I am your density."
Yes. I am your density. I forgot about that one.
Or that gets its own song.
It might have to lead, because that's when he goes to ask Lorraine to the dance. So there would have to be a musical number there, which would then lead to one of the most classic scenes, the skateboard car chase that leads to Biff and the gang as they tap.
We just really want them to tap
into a truck full of manure.
There's gonna be some way they have to do the manure.
They can make Spider-Man, they can do Tarzan, they can
have Mary Poppins fly.
They can bring manure to the stage.
Yeah. It's not that big. No, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. There'll be some way to do it. It's just not Back to the Future without
manure.
No.
Yeah. Finally, you have to have, with the Enchantment Under the Sea, some form of Johnny Be Good. And that's probably going to be a huge, show-stopping, amazing number.
Yeah, I don't...
Either that, or it's going to possibly be interlaced with something at the clock tower. And you have Johnny Be Good, something epic going on at the clock tower, and it going back and forth, kind of like something like out of Les Mis and One Thing More. How it's that huge build-up.
It has to, because they kind of both take place at the exact same time of the movie. The dance and the clock tower. So talking about this whole Back to the Future, we kind of realized that even though Doc told Marty not to interfere with anything, not to get his hands into anything, because you can't alter the future.
The fabric of time.
Marty has a pretty big...
he has an
impact on the future.
Yeah.
A few of them being his parents are completely different when he goes
totally
back
different personalities.
To the 80s. His dad, instead of being that shy, nerdy, cave into everybody, becomes this confident guy that writes books.
Really successful.
Yeah, and so he wouldn't be that way if it wasn't for Marty. Their whole relationship dynamic, too, of his parents are completely different.
Somehow I do think that Uncle Joey would still end up in prison. I don't know how, but I think Uncle Joey would still end up in prison.
I think so, too. He didn't really have that much, he didn't have a direct impact on him. He just saw him when he was in the crib.
Yeah.
He likes to be in there.
Let Uncle Joey be in prison.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
He also has an impact on Doc.
Yeah, huge impact. We've only seen Prime Doc for, I don't even think 5 minutes in the whole movie, because he gets killed by the Libyans for the plutonium?
Plutonium.
Yeah, plutonium.
Yes.
So he gets killed for the plutonium, and then Marty goes back to 1955, writes the letter to Doc warning him about his imminent demise, and then when he finally goes back to 1985, that Doc is
wearing
the bulletproof vest.
And so therefore that Doc is completely different than the original Doc.
Yeah.
So Marty then changed another person. He also changed Biff.
He did. Biff is a little bit of a weenie. I mean, manipulative, very manipulative, but he's not the big old bully that he
big
was.
bully pushing people
Yeah.
around. He's comes back washing cars. Another thing that Marty changes in the first Back to the Future, music.
Yep.
He starts playing Johnny Be Good, and they're like, hey, look at this. This is the new sound of music you've been looking for, and they're changed music. Who knows what we would have been stuck listening to if it wasn't for Marty.
Yeah, he invented the oldie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the oldies rock.
And thank you, Marvin Berry, for calling your cousin Chuck and getting Chuck Berry to do Johnny Be Good.
Yes. And then one last thing that there was the big change, skateboards. Marty invented the skateboard.
That is true. Yeah, he took the handles off of the scooter.
Scooter? I don't even know what you would call it.
Yeah, it's a scooter, I think.
No, that works.
Yeah.
And then the skateboard. He changed it.
Yeah.
Marty, we are forever in your debt.
Thank you. We're just waiting on self-lacing shoes, which I hear Nike is developing.
Yes, there already has been talks, and I want to say even maybe confirmation that
Yep.
we will be getting those Nikes in
By
2015.
October 21st, 2015 is coming up. And I still want my hoverboard.
That would be
And Jaws, whatever number it is.
oh, so many. The 3D Jaws.
And it still
coming
looks
out.
fake. Still looks fake.
That's all right. So this was our first episode. Thank you for listening and watching. Hope you like it. Look us up on Facebook. We'll also have our Facebook page full of nerdum, fantastic stuff. Look up zombies, blasters, and towels. Oh my. Thank you and have a good one.